All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and get right into your money reading for the month of June 2025. What do we need to know for the sign of Cancer as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of June 2025? All right, so Cancer, if you have been waiting for your moment, I'm going to tell you June is going to be filled with a lot of moments for you to shine, for you to be seen, for you to tap into the money energy. All right? It's your turn to thrive, shine, be seen, be represented. All right? Because I'm looking at the Seven of Cups is really popping out at me. Then we also have the Queen of Cups, the Judgment card. All right, so the Judgment card in the reverse. Now that's just telling me to tell you, Cancer, that you need to think bigger. All right, you really do. Because when I say it's your turn to shine, it's your turn to win, you really need to step into that. Okay, you need to step into that energy. You need to step into that conviction that June 2025 is your month to win. All right, I know some of you have birthdays in June, some Cancers do. So, like I said, you really need to be in alignment with that, Cancer, because that's what I see coming here. And I feel like there's some of you who may not necessarily either be confident in that, or maybe you don't believe that it's possible, or maybe you just don't feel like you're ready. But these cards are telling me to tell you, you are more than ready. Your time to win is now. It's your time to thrive. It's your time to shine, like I said. And I'm really, really feeling like Cancer, you've been waiting for this for so long. And it's finally here. All right. Emotionally, you could feel a little bit, unstable. Not because you don't think it's possible, but again, I'm picking up that energy that you don't feel ready or you don't feel prepared. Now we do have this Eight of Swords, Five of Swords. This is that self-talk. So what are you telling yourself when it concerns your money, when it concerns your career, when it concerns your finances, your business, whatever the case may be? What are you constantly telling yourself, Cancer? Because that's the only thing that's tripping you up. All right, really, it is. That's the only thing tripping you up is the self-talk. Because you are fully capable of making the money you want to make, having the success you want to have, but we have to make sure that we are not talking ourselves out of the opportunities and out of the things that we so much desire. All right, because like I said, this is your time to win. This is your time to get what you want. Okay, we do have that Two of Wands. All right, that's planning for the future. So you've got some big goals and some big dreams, Cancer. I hope you're ready for those to manifest. I hope you're ready for those to show up because the energy clearly is there. You are going to win. You are going to thrive. People will see you getting what you want. Now, does this mean everything's going to be perfect right away? No, of course not. Oh, look at that. We got that Sun card. Talk about winning. All right, talk about winning. Because that's what's happening for you, Cancer. That's what's happening. All right, so we got that Sun card, the most positive card in the deck. When it concerns your money, it's happening. King of Wands, all right? People are watching, people are noticing. The right people want to connect. The right people want to join you. So don't be afraid or shocked even when people who you didn't think, were on your side or maybe didn't think that you were of value. Those are the ones that are going to be approaching you in June. Now we got the World card. The World card is a card that talks about, because it's in the reverse, that means something is not quite finished, but that's okay. That's not going to hold you back from making the money you want to make. I feel like for some of you, this is a project you started and you need to finish it. Maybe you're in the process of setting up a business. Maybe you're in the process of setting up a website. That's what I'm getting with this. And so if that is you, Cancer, finish that project, all right? Because it's going to unlock some money for you. But we can't have a bunch of things hanging that are undone or unfinished. The Eight of Cups. Passion. I'm also getting that some of you want to, it's like you want to do something different, but you're afraid that it might be too soon. All right, but this is telling me to tell you it's not too soon. And then the Six of Pentacles, be careful that you're not giving too much. All right, Cancer. Because sometimes we can overgive or over-explain. And you don't have to prove your value to anyone, Cancer. That's the bottom line. You're worthy, you're deserving, you're gonna get the money. It's just a matter of, you know, how ready are you? You don't have to have all the answers. Oh, you got that card twice. Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. All right, so as we move into the second half of June, Cancer, excuse me, you're gonna have to make way for the money that you want or the success that you want. In other words, it may temporarily be like the money you want or the success you want. It may temporarily be at the expense of something else, but that's okay because it's not going to be that way forever. So I always say sometimes in order to say yes to something, we have to say no to other things. And that's what I'm getting with these cards here. All right, so you've got the communication. This is you, again, rearranging your schedule. I'm feeling like some of you are going to really change your schedule to some degree, a lot in the second half of June. Some of you are going to work more, some of you are going to work less. But that energy and that time is going to be redirected to something that's going to pay you more money or bring in more money. All right, this Two of Cups is a passion project. This is something you love, so it's not even going to feel like work. The Tower card means, again, restructuring, starting over. All right, this is a great card to see in the reverse because that means we are taking the time to do things right. And sometimes that means starting over. Sometimes that means really looking at what we've done so far, and if it's not good enough, starting again. That's really what I'm getting with that. And finally, we talked about that Six of Pentacles. All right, Cancer, so you don't have to prove your value to anybody. You don't have to overgive or over-explain anything because there's a cost that comes with that too. All right? There's an energetic cost and in some cases an emotional cost when you do that. So be careful because that could disrupt your money flow. All right, Cancer, let's see what else is showing up for you. Oh, nice. All right, you got two very positive cards here. All right, remember you got the Sun card, which means you're winning. It's your time to shine. It's your time to thrive. And you got this Ten of Cups. That's still a very good card. Doesn't matter how it shows up in my readings. And look at this. You have cash coming in towards the end of the month. Okay. Now, Ten of Pentacles. This is a collaboration. Someone's going to reach out to you towards the end of the month, Cancer, to partner or want to work together, or maybe they want to hire you to do something. Whatever it is, it's definitely going to be financially beneficial. Now, this King of Wands, we saw him. Yep, that's this one here. That King of Wands, remember, somebody values you, and this is somebody who you didn't think did. You know how when you have an opinion like, oh, this person doesn't like me, so I don't like them, but they actually do like you. Okay, Cancer? So don't make assumptions thinking somebody doesn't like you because they actually do. And they actually really value, you know, you, like your knowledge, your experience, your talent, Okay, we talked about this 10 of Cups, one of the most positive cards in the deck. Doesn't matter how it shows up. This means the answer is yes, you're winning, only to a lesser degree. But again, this is good news coming as it relates to money for you at the end of June, Cancer. We also have that Knight of Wands. This means you're going to get the help that you need to get in order to make the money that you want to make. All right, so if you need some type of support, financial or otherwise, you will get it at the end of June. Finally, I already said you got cash coming in. The Ace of Wands literally is the cash in hand. All right, somebody's going to give you cash, or you may get cash in some way. Now, it may not be all the cash that you want, all right, Cancer, but you do have cash coming in at the end of the month. Towards the very end of the month, could even be spilling over into the beginning of July. So, Cancer, like I said, it's finally your turn to thrive when it concerns money, when it concerns career, when it concerns business. You are thriving in the month of June. And there's going to be, I mean, yes, connections, but this King of Wands is really jumping out at me. I feel like this is going to be a relationship that kind of goes to another level that you didn't even think you two were on the same page. All right, so that's really good. That's really, really good. All right, Cancer, so let's go ahead and close out your reading with a career and money oracle card. Ooh, I like this. All right, you got the chess card. All right, money strategy, wise spending, long game, and then you've got career, military leader, thinking it through. Now, remember, this month is your time to thrive, your time to shine, all right? So when I see this thinking it through and the strategy, that means you're very thoughtful when you are making decisions and making plans, all right? So the intention is going to be really what matters. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. We'll do it all again next month.